Salam alaikum, girl bosses. I didn't think I'd be making this video so soon, but Humanity's Last Breath, 2 weeks after their last single, Linger, dropped another single, Passage, off their upcoming album, Ashen, which drops in 2 weeks. So we've heard Labyrinthian, we've heard Instill, and we've heard Linger. And let me tell you something. Those are very different songs. Each of those songs is very different from the others. Like it is weird. So it seems like we're gonna get a very diverse album. I'm curious to see what type of diversity will Passage bring. Well, let's find out. Before we do, we'd really appreciate if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Helps me out a ton. Helps you find new music. I short-circuited there, man. I'm not okay. In the description down below, you can find my social media links as well as links to my music project, Sunscourge, where I collaborate with vocalists in the deathcore scene. So check it out. Check it out. Just go give it a look. Passage. Ooh, this one sounds kind of emotional. It's kind of just immediately making sense to me. I don't know what it is. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. You guys seen this? Ooh. Oh, dude, I'm hard. I shouldn't have said that. I really like this section. There's just so much emotion there. Wait, I just realized this is the first music video where they're actually in it. Actually, no, I don't remember if they're in Labyrinthian, but the last two they haven't been. Very nice. Hell yeah. I feel like, just something about this hit different because if I got to be fully honest, the last three singles I haven't really been revisiting. I think I've probably revisited Linger the most. But, for the other ones, while they're very cool on the first listen, listening through again, there's kind of a lot of chaos and it's kind of hard to grab onto anything particular. So it's hard to, just kind of get into it versus experiencing that sort of just shock from experiencing those sections, those riffs, those patterns for the first time. On re-listens, it just hasn't grabbed me. But here, just immediately, it just kind of makes more sense. Like there are more iconic moments I feel like I can really latch onto. Like what with the, and still, there was the choir, but in a way it felt kind of out of place at parts, or the transitions in and out of those sections didn't feel just smooth in any way. So it was kind of tough to sort of grab onto that, even though it was a very iconic moment. Here, just everything kind of, it's bold of me to say that a Thal song makes sense, but it's just like they transition so well. Each section brings different emotions in a way where it's not just like too contrasted with the rest of the song, right? It offers something new, but it makes sense in the context of the song. This feels like it just makes sense while still not being predictable. I think this is my favorite single. Just the other ones I haven't been revisiting, if I got to be honest. They're heavy, they're brutal, but I just haven't been revisiting them. But this one, it's just something hits about it. This honestly gives me. The other three singles haven't given me like the same feelings that Valde did, but this song did. I felt like this song could have been released with Valde. Honestly, there's just something about it, man. There's something about it. I'm curious if this is something that you guys also feel listening to this song. Just something about it. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. I will be revisiting this one. I can say that for certain. But yeah, just the other thrri I've revisited them a bit. But it's mostly been Linger. Labyrinthian and Still not so much. I think on a first listen, I was like, whoa, because it was really cool on a first listen. But on subsequent listens, there's not much to grab onto. For me personally, this is something I've actually been thinking about, especially with songwriting. The songs that hit really hard on first listen, sometimes they just don't deliver on subsequent listens. I've noticed this trend like quite a bit. I think especially like in deathcore, there's very different manifestations. You got bands that have a more predictable structure, and that bands have a more unpredictable structure. Those unpredictable structure bands, or less predictable structure bands, they tend to really hit hard on that first listen, but subsequent listens it's harder. And the more predictable ones, well, let's start at the extreme. The most predictable ones. And you're like, oh, that's pretty cool, but it's tough to re-listen to because when you listen to the song, you listen to like the same sections over a few times, but there's something to grab onto, so you're more likely to revisit that. And I think the perfect sweet spot's like right in the middle, where there's always something to focus on as you listen to the song. There's something new being introduced in that listening session, but there is still something to sort of grab onto in the song and sort of stay rooted with it. I do think that I prefer something in between the predictable and the unpredictable, the structured versus the progressive. That implies that progressive is unstructured, which is not, I know. But the highly structured versus the loosely structured. But it's something to think about. This one felt like it hit that in-between point a little bit better. For me personally, I will be revisiting this one, but I'm curious what you guys think. Does what I say resonate with any of you, or are you guys, what the hell is this man talking about? I think I said I was hard in this video. I don't know. I blacked out. I just be talking, honestly.